Hi there. So this is a kind of a funny question. Um, I think the purpose of it is just to make sure that you understand that objects in Java, object variables in Java, always store the address of the object or the reference to the object, and they don't store the actual object value, whatever that would be. Unlike primitive variables, which store, you could think of the variable as being equal to the value. But with objects, the variable, really think of it as just a pointer to where that the state of that object is stored. So whatever fields that object has, the variable contains a pointer to the location of in memory of those fields, which is why for instance, you can pass an array object into a sorting method, and that object is given, that sorting method is given, in essence, the address of where that list is located, goes ahead and sorts it, and when it's done, you don't need to return anything back to the object that passed in the list, because that list is looking at the same memory location that the sorting method used when it sorted the object, right? They both have their own pointers to the same location. So that's what's going on in this question. So let's just go through it quickly. So this class has a single field right here, an integer. It's got its constructor, which takes in a single parameter and sets that field to whatever the parameter is. It has a mutator method, this increment method, which actually changes the field, adds to it whatever is passed in. And then it's got this accessor method that returns the value of the field. Okay, so that's all it does. It's very simple. So now we're given some code segments or code, and then we're asked to say what this line will output down here. Right? And these are the possible answers. So let's just go through this really quickly. So first we say sum class 1 equals new sum class with a constructor of 100. So we know that I'll draw this picture. This represents 1, right? It's hard to write with the mouse. So that's object 1, and it has in it 100 in its one field num. Okay? Then we make a second sum class object, and this one is 2. I'm just going to write T here, and it also has 100 in it. Okay? Then we do sum class 3 equals 1. Now notice there's no new here, right? So what we've really got is a, we better do 2 here. Then I can do T for 3. So now we've got this variable T, which is of type sum class, but what it really has is, I'm going to change colors here just for the fun of it. It has a pointer to this guy. Right, and really, you could think of the same. 1 has a pointer to this guy, and 2 has a pointer to this guy. Okay? So now we go 1 dot increment 200, right? So that calls this method. Let's go back to yellow. Here, and we add that parameter value 200, gets added to the num value, which is 100. So this is now equal to 300. And because T3 is also pointing to it, 3's, if we call 3 dot get num, we're also going to get 300. So finally down to here, 1 dot get num, that's going to give us 300. So we can eliminate that. Plus 2.getNum, which is going to give us 100. So we can eliminate that and that. And finally, 3.getNum. 3.getNum is going to give us 300. So that's what we get. The answer is C. Okay? Key thing to remember is that object variables always are storing references to the objects, the address of the object. Okay? That's it.